I just swatted a mosquito before going to bed. When I woke up the next day, I actually had 8-pack abs and unlocked a system that boosts my blood ki with every kill. In this world where martial prowess is revered and demons and monsters run rampant, all I have to do is yell "mommy, mommy" at the system, and I'll get blood ki support from it. Just one day of my cultivation beats 2.5 years of practice from a prodigy. Even with this overpowered system, my classmates still call me a loser. Even my teacher told me to carry bricks at a construction site after graduation. But I know full well, even construction sites wouldn't want to hire me, because carrying bricks requires a blood ki score of 91, while mine was only a measly 82, to avoid getting eliminated below the minimum requirement. I dropped out of school to work as a laborer at a construction site. Once I earn enough money, I can buy blood chi pills to raise my blood ki level. As I lay in bed thinking about my money-making plan for the next morning, a mosquito landed on my face to suck blood. I raised my hand and smacked myself hard on the face. Right then, a strange voice rang in my ear. 1 mosquito killed. Blood keep 0.01. Staring at the unfamiliar panel in front of me, I immediately realized I had gotten a system. When I tried communicating with the system, it didn't give any response at all. Until I yelled out, "Mommy, mommy." It finally replied with a ding, thinking about how I just swatted a mosquito and got 0.01 blood ki for it. While a blood ki pill only adds 6 points of blood ki, I only need to kill 600 mosquitoes to get the same effect as 1 blood ki pill. I can't afford a blood ki pill that costs over 10,000. 600 mosquitoes are way more cost-effective. With that thought, I casually swatted 3 more mosquitoes. 3 notification sounds rang in my ear. 3 mosquitoes killed. Blood ki 0.03. At the same time, warm currents flowed through my body. Now that I had an idea, I immediately mapped out mosquito habitats, then grabbed a bug spray and went to the entrance of the garbage pool. Looking at the countless mosquitoes flying in the air, I sprayed the bug spray wildly and killed loads of them. Notification sounds kept ringing in my ear nonstop. Passers-by on the road all stared at me weirdly. Is this kid insane? Why is he picking a fight with mosquitoes? I didn't care about these comments at all at the moment. The notification sounds kept ringing. After 2.5 minutes, my blood ki reached 91.1. This improvement equals 2 blood ki pills. I took a deep breath to hold back my excitement. System mommy is so fricking awesome. Then I went to the garbage pools in other neighborhoods to kill more mosquitoes. The group of gossiping elderly people nearby kept talking about my behavior. Isn't that Chen Fan from our neighborhood? The one his uncle and aunt forced to drop out half a year ago. That couple is such trash. They made Chen Fan drop out of school, then used his parents' pension to train their own son. I heard Chen Fan had really great blood chi grades at school. If he hadn't dropped out, he would definitely have become a martial artist. After I used up all the bug spray in my hand, my blood ki rose again to 112. My whole body got a full improvement at this point. My originally skinny body already had a lot of muscle, and 8-pack abs were starting to show. Early the next morning, I washed up quickly and went out, even though I have the system cheat now. Before I become a martial artist, I can't afford to lose my job yet. Before I transmigrated to this world, the entire blue planet was surrounded by turquoise gas. Spiritual energy revived across the globe. Animals affected by the spiritual energy turned into monsters that only know how to kill. The firearms that humans relied on were totally useless against the attacks of fierce beasts. Martial artists who cultivated by raising blood ki became the core force protecting their homes. With the recommendation of 3 uncles I worked with, I successfully got a job killing chickens at a slaughterhouse. After I killed the first chicken, the familiar system sound rang in my ear. 1 chicken killed. XP point. Blood ki plus. 0.1. 1 chicken equals 10 mosquitoes. The whole day, I raised my blood ki from 112 to over 200, hitting 204. I almost killed all the chickens in the entire slaughterhouse. Just as I was about to go to the foreman to collect my salary for the day, workers from the next workshop started screaming loudly. At the same time, the workshop's fierce beast detector also kept blaring alarms. Run! This chicken mutated. The whole workshop fell into chaos in an instant. I quickly opened the workshop door. After the mutated chicken saw me, it charged straight at me. Its huge beak pecked down at me fiercely. At this life or death moment, I grabbed the chicken's neck tightly in my hand. The mutant chicken keeps kicking with its sharp claws. I swung my arm and did a second throw. The mutant chicken was slammed away by the huge force. This move also pissed it off. The mutant chicken flapped its 2 wings and charged at me again. Its giant beak snapped. and pecked right into the wall. The whole wall collapsed by half immediately. I wiped the cold sweat off my forehead. The mutant chicken is stronger than me. Right now, I can only fight to the death. When the mutant chicken launched its third attack, I grabbed its neck again. The original second throw turned into an 8-throw combo. It was slammed to the ground repeatedly by me while it was still confused. Meanwhile, the security team outside also rushed over. Looking at my crazy handiwork, Jo-sung, the lead security captain, quickly interrupted. "Hey kid, stop slamming it. This chicken is already dead as a doornail." I snapped back to my senses when I heard that. Then I dropped the chicken neck in my hand. Jo-sung patted my shoulder and said, "You must be exhausted, kid. Come to my office for a cup of tea first." After we arrived at the office, Jo-sung also finished checking the workshop surveillance. What surprised him was this young man who killed the mutant chicken with his bare hands turned out to be a newly hired temporary worker. "Little bro, you're already a martial artist, right? Why are you still working in the workshop as a laborer?" I shook my head and said I haven't become a martial artist yet. Jo-sung laughed out loud and took out a yellow envelope at the same time. "Little bro, you're definitely a martial artist. Go get tested at the martial artist building when you have time. You helped the factory avoid a huge disaster. The upper management gave a special approval. They prepared a bonus for you. This 220 yuan is your wage for today. Oh right, here's my business card for you. After you get your martial artist certification, if you still want to work at Kun Factory, just call me directly. Our pay here will definitely satisfy you." I nodded and took the envelope. After I walked out of the factory, the phone in my pocket vibrated. Turns out my coworker uncle found out that the slaughterhouse had a crisis. He called to check if I was safe. After I explained what happened to them, after finding out I was fine, the uncles all breathed a sigh of relief. After I finished dinner, there was a new message in the class group chat. Classmates were sharing that the class bell, Zhongqing's blood chi had broken through 163. The group was full of praise and congratulatory messages. Looking at the non-stop spamming messages, I remembered the time I was mocked by classmates before. When I first enrolled in school, Zhongqing and I were desk mates. We were both competing for the first place in the class. Everyone thought this competition would go on forever, but Zhongqing's blood chi kept increasing day by day, while mine improved super slowly. All my classmates mocked me as a weakling. Right now, my blood chi is 218. It's finally time for me to outperform Zhongqing and turn the tables for good. Early the next morning, I went to the martial artist certification building. Looking at the tall building in front of me, I couldn't help but praise. No wonder it's the landmark building of Jiangnan Bay City. All martial artist certification, training, and mission handovers are all done here. I followed the guide map in the lobby and went all the way down to the 9th basement floor. I handed my identity magnetic card to the young lady handling the service. A look of surprise appeared on her pretty face. "You're so young and already here for martial artist certification." After confirming the information, the young lady said with a smile, "Go to window 36 to test your blood key. If it's over 200, you'll get a form. Bring it back to me, and I'll make you the martial artist badge. If you don't succeed this time, don't get discouraged. After all, you're still young. Keep trying." I went to take the test right away after hearing that. 2.5 minutes later, I took the form and went back to the front desk. After the young lady saw the number 218 on the form, she was completely shocked, you know? The last martial artist this young before the martial arts exam was over 10 years ago. The young lady smiled slightly and handed over a bronze-colored badge at the same time. "Congratulations on becoming a martial artist. This is your martial artist badge." The martial artist badge is the identity symbol of a martial artist. Besides that, it also has functions like wilderness communication, map, bank card, and so on. Please keep it safe. Martial artists get a 5,000 yuan allowance every month. I've already transferred this month's allowance to your badge. New martial artists can go to the martial arts hall for free to pick one yellow rank low-grade martial art and get 2 blood chi pills from the pill hall. Just swipe your badge when the time comes. After listening to all the introduction from the young lady, I headed straight for the martial arts hall. After I left, the young lady immediately dialed the phone next to her. "Grandpa, come over to me right now. I have something to tell you." At the same time, inside the martial arts director's office, a vigorous old man was walking out while holding a phone. The old man arrived at the front desk soon after, looking at the front desk lady with a doting expression. "Grandpa's here. You can tell me what's going on now, right?" After the young lady heard that, she pointed the screen in her hand at the old man. The information on the screen left the old man looking totally shocked. An 18-year-old martial artist from the 3rd Martial Arts Academy. Wait, he's old Yao's student. That guy was complaining to me yesterday that he'd get ruthlessly crushed again in the martial arts exam by the 1st and 2nd Martial Arts Academies. Turns out he's got a huge surprise waiting for me here. His own school already has a martial artist. I really need to tease him about this. The old man laughed loudly as he went back to his office and took out his phone to make a call at the same time. Old Yao, you hid this really well. Hurry up and be honest with me right now. Your school already has a martial artist. What the hell were you complaining about yesterday? I even comforted you for so long. A martial artist from my school? That's total bullshit. Old Guan, if you have nothing important to say, I'm gonna hang up now. After hearing his friend's tone, the old man realized the other party had no idea about this. Then he spoke again. Old Yao, I'm not messing with you. Your school really does have a new martial artist. 18 years old, should be a senior high student. He came to get certified here today. It clearly says 3rd Martial Arts Academy on the record. This bomb-like news shocked Yao Fu instantly. After a burst of joy, after Yao Fu hung up the phone, he started going through his students in his head. Because the Martial Artists Alliance has a rule, Old Guan can't disclose the martial artist's information. Yao Fu could only check them one by one. Looking at the student information on the computer, the top one right now is Zhongqing from Class 9, with a blood chi value of 166. There are over 1,100 students in the whole senior grade. None of them are the martial artist Old Guan mentioned. Knowing his old friend well, he kept thinking of possible candidates. On the other side, after I finished my martial artist certification, I opened my phone and downloaded the Martial Artist Home app, watching all the weird conversations between martial artists on it. I also started thinking about the gear I need for demon hunting outside the city. Even ordinary gear right now costs hundreds of thousands of yuan. I'm totally broke right now. I have to get out of the city as soon as possible. Hunting ferocious beasts is the only way to get stronger. According to the tips on the forum, the best place to improve strength right now is the duel hall. They don't just provide weapons here, they also pay really high appearance fees. It's a great place to practice martial skills and gain combat experience. Of course, the martial arts hall will stream the fights live. To make profits, I first went to the martial skills hall to pick a yellow rank lower grade saber skill, Gale Slash. Then I used the new user privilege to exchange for the skill. Right after I walked out of the martial skills hall, a system notification sounded in my ear. Martial skill Gale Slash detected. Do you want to learn it? I clicked confirm immediately after hearing that. The Gale Slash skill book in my hand vanished out of thin air. At the same time, a bunch of memories flooded into my brain. I was swinging a saber nonstop in a secret room. I swung the saber for countless days and nights. My understanding of Gale Slash kept deepening. The virtual panel in front of me also changed. I looked at the panel in total shock. In just 2.5 seconds, I had already mastered the basics of Gale Slash. You know, martial skills are usually really slow to practice. The system can automatically master the basics of detected skills. So can it also upgrade it to minor mastery, great mastery, even perfect mastery? Also, the system can only recognize martial skills that truly belong to me. I probably need to buy another copy to upgrade it. I'm totally short on cash right now. I can only sell the blood chi pills I got as a gift today, plus the 5,000 win martial artist allowance. Let's see. That should be enough to buy it. The second I thought of that, I went to the pill recycling window and sold my blood chi pills. I got 22,000 win total for the 2 pills. Then I emptied all my savings and bought another copy of Gale Slash up front. The guy behind the counter was totally stunned. Sir, new martial artists can only claim 1 free martial skill. You have to pay for any extra copies. I nodded and paid with my card. Under the guy's confused stare, I took the martial skill and walked out. Things went exactly as I expected. Upgrading martial skills requires learning multiple copies. Too bad the official strictly forbids anyone to copy martial skills privately. There's a strict and complete encryption trace system on the skills. Any copying will trigger an alarm immediately. As soon as I walked out the gate, the system broadcasted right away. Martial skill Gale Slash detected. Do you want to learn it? After I confirmed to learn it, the figure in my head started practicing Gale Slash again, and soon, the martial skill reached the entry level. After I calmed myself down, I went to the duel arena. A 1-star martial artist gets 1,000 yuan per appearance. The system matches suitable ferocious beasts based on the martial artist's strength. After listening to the hall manager's introduction, I stood in the duel arena with a long knife in my hand. The live stream on site also started at the same time. 1-star martial artist Chen Fan versus mutant chicken ferocious beast. Viewers in the live stream saw that a newly certified novice came to take the challenge. They all started taunting at once. I was also stunned for a second when I saw an old friend. This mutant chicken was way bigger than the one in the slaughterhouse. After it spotted me, the mutant chicken flapped its wings and charged at me. The viewers who were ready to watch the fun, after seeing my moves, were immediately shocked, speechless. In the footage, I was swinging the long knife non-stop. Precise slashes landed all over the mutant chicken. In less than 2.5 seconds, the mutant chicken fell to the ground and stopped moving. At the same time, the system's broadcast rang in my ears. Killed level 1, ferocious beast mutant chicken. She and blood +3. The appearance fee was automatically added to my martial artist badge. I returned the weapon and walked out of the duel arena. This place is great, but the Alliance rules state a martial artist can only enter once per day. I have to find another way to make money. Meanwhile, at number 3 Martial Arts Academy, Zhangxing was practicing on the martial arts training ground. Students training around were whispering to each other non-stop. Zhangxing is so hardworking. I want to learn from her. Listening to the praises around her, Zhangxing didn't react much, because she never saw these students as her competitors. Over the past few years of high school, Chen Fan was her only opponent. It's a pity he dropped out of school early. He probably won't be her opponent in the future anyway. The moment she thought of him, a hint of anger appeared on Zhangqing's delicate face. That jerk. I sent him so many messages, and he didn't even reply to a single one. I wonder how he's doing now. Just as Zhangqing was thinking about this, a student next to her exclaimed, "Holy crap, look at the big screen." Chen Fan entered the duel arena. You must be seeing things. You have to be a martial artist to enter the duel arena. Chen Fan can barely even get enough to eat. How could he possibly become a martial artist? All the students training around were attracted over in no time. They all stared at the big screen, where Chen Fan was fighting the ferocious beast. He defeated his opponent in less than 2.5 seconds. All kinds of exclamations kept coming one after another. Zhangqing was the first one to crowd over. After seeing Chen Fan kill the ferocious beast, her pretty face was full of shock. "How dare you, Chen Fan?" "No wonder you didn't reply to my messages. You've been holding out on me this whole time. But I'm not going to admit defeat. Let's keep competing." Looking at the crowd gathered in front of the big screen, head teacher Wang Fang walked over with a smile. The students nearby immediately greeted her and asked her to watch. After confirming it was really Chen Fan, Wang Fang was also shocked. After the key and blood test yesterday, Principal Yao called all senior year head teachers for a meeting. At the meeting, he told everyone there was a martial artist among the senior students, but no one knew who it was. She never expected that martial artist was her student Chen Fan. Overwhelmed by the huge surprise, she immediately went to the principal's office. After learning the whole story, Yofu was extremely excited. After I walked out of the martial artist building, I went home and took a shower. Then I invited all the worker uncles to a big restaurant for a nice hearty dinner. After the uncles found out I became a martial artist, they were all super happy. After a few rounds of drinks, we said our goodbyes and headed home separately. Just as I got to my front door, I found several people standing in front of the door, looking at that familiar figure. I was super shocked, Ms. Wang, and all the leaders. "What are you doing here?" I said as I opened the door and invited everyone in to sit. Hearing that, Yao Fu greeted me with a big smile on his face. "Classmate Chen Fan, you're finally back. We've been waiting for you for quite a while." "Classmate Chen Fan, you're already a martial artist, right?" I nodded to confirm. Yao Fu asked again, "Would you be interested in coming back to school? You're already a martial artist now. The martial arts college entrance exam is in a few days. You'll definitely get accepted by a top martial arts university then. You've got a super bright future ahead of you. Also, Teacher Wang has already told us about your situation. The school has specially set up a 100,000 yuan scholarship for you, so you don't have to worry about anything." Hearing that, I recalled when I dropped out, Teacher Wang was really upset about it. She even specially kept my school enrollment back then, hoping I could still get a diploma. I'm truly grateful to Teacher Wang from the bottom of my heart. Then I nodded my head. "Thank you all school leaders for your kindness. Thank you, Teacher Wang Fang, for keeping my enrollment status. I will only ever graduate from the 3rd Junior Martial Arts Academy. As for martial arts universities and all that, I don't even want to think about it." After hearing this, Yao Fu glanced at Wang Fang approvingly. After all the details were finalized, I walked everyone out of the residential compound. Then I laid in bed and fell asleep. At the same time, inside the Public Security Bureau building of Jiangnan Bay City, a police officer was reporting work to his superior. Boss, we've confirmed the victim's identity. His name is Chen Fan. Male, 39 years old. Also, I found out that other Alliance-based cities have had similar cases. The victims are also named Chen Fan. Listening to his subordinate's report, Captain Zhang Li rubbed his forehead, seething with anger. So far this year, this is the 13th dead person named Chen Fan. These victims include both martial artists and ordinary people. They have no connection to each other at all. Their only common trait is the name Chen Fan. This is obviously a targeted serial killing case. I asked you to sort out all the city's information on people named Chen Fan. Is it ready? In our Jiangnan-based city, there are currently 3255 people named Chen Fan. The data has their ages recorded, phone numbers, addresses, and whether they are martial artists or not. Great work, Xiaoliu. Keep this news confidential for now, to avoid causing public panic. Early the next morning, I went to the martial arts hall of the martial artist building again. Under the stunned gaze of the attendant, I bought 2 copies of Gale Slash again. Detected 2 copies of the martial skill Gale Slash. Do you want to learn it? I nodded in agreement. The figure in my mind kept practicing. Gale Slash soon reached the minor success level. My Kui and blood also reached 221 at this point. The current me can easily beat the me from yesterday. I'm still way too poor right now. I have to go outside the city to hunt ferocious beasts. Right now, martial skills aren't my weak point. The only thing I lack is actual combat experience. With that thought, I went to the duel hall again to fight. Because of my outstanding performance yesterday, I was matched against a red-eyed silver cat this time. The 2-meter-tall figure of the silver cat appeared in front of me. It swung its sharp claws quickly towards me. I tilted my head to dodge. The alloy wall behind me was left with a deep scratch. The silver cat roared and attacked again. But before it could get close, it was sent flying by the long knife in my hand. A moment later, the originally ferocious silver cat was cowering in the corner, shaking. I swung my knife down and killed it, and my Kui and blood increased by 3 at the same time. The viewers in the live stream were all full of admiration. After finishing lunch, I went to the weapon hall. Following the staff's recommendation, I picked a long knife about 1.4 meters long. After paying 45,000 yuan, I left with the knife totally satisfied. After I bought all my equipment, I set off for outside the city. My destination this time is Area 0431. This place used to be a small town. It's now home to low-level ferocious beasts. Most of the outer area has level 1 ferocious beasts. The core area has level 2 to 3 ferocious beasts. After walking for 2.5 hours, I stepped into Area 0431. Up ahead on the highway, 2 huge scorpion beasts were foraging on the road. When they spotted me, they raised their tails and attacked me. I raised my hand and swung my battle knife, pushing one back. Then I swung the tip of the knife and pierced right through one scorpion's head, seeing its companion killed. The other scorpion went crazy and swung its stinger to attack. I flicked my long knife to block the attack and seized the opportunity at the same time to kill it with 1 hit. 6 points of ki and blood flowed into my body. I squatted down next to the scorpion beasts, put their stingers and pincers into my bag, then kept moving forward. In a full morning, I successfully hunted 20 level 1 ferocious beasts. My ki and blood level also reached 290. I'm still 210 points of Ki and blood short of being a 2-star martial artist. My backpack is also full of loot. After kicking the last ferocious beast to death, I head back to the city. 2.5 hours later, I arrive back at the Warrior Building. I sold all the loot in my bag to the All Saints Pavilion. I earned 78,000 from these materials. In just one single day, I made more money than I ever could before. I spent 30,000 on a bigger backpack to improve my strength as fast as possible. I took out my phone and called Joe Song from the slaughterhouse. I told him I would come back to my post to kill chickens. Joe Song stared at me with a confused look. While I worked fast on the assembly line, knife moving up and down, I chopped with the butcher knife from afternoon till early morning. I slaughtered a full 200 chickens in total. Looking at the upgrades on my system panel, I felt extremely satisfied. At this point, my Ki and blood stat had already broken through to the 2-star warrior level. I pulled an all-nighter, then ate 2 bites of steamed buns at a breakfast shop, before heading outside the city again. Today's hunting targets are still 1-star ferocious beasts. I don't go after higher level ones, my long blade can't handle them. Groups of monsters swarmed me the second they saw me. But against my minor success level Gale Slash, all the ferocious beasts quickly died by my blade. The small mountain of beast corpses at my feet proved my battle achievements. When I opened my system panel to check the stats, I got a huge shock. My chi and blood had already reached 1051. My level also rose to 3-star warrior. The gap between 3-star and 4-star warrior is really big. It requires over 5,000 QE and blood points to level up. After stuffing all the loot into my backpack, I headed back to the city again. The city guard saw me carrying the giant backpack and was totally shocked. Dude, am I seeing this right? He killed more alone than an entire squad. Du Chuan, the boss of All Saints Pavilion, jumped in shock when he saw me covered in blood. Then he saw the bulging full backpack and was even more stunned. Xiaochen, you're working way too hard. Are you hurt anywhere? I smiled and shook my head. This is all ferocious beast blood. Du Chuan breathed a sigh of relief after hearing that. Then he started counting all the loot on the table. After finishing all the calculations, today's earnings came to 720,000. Just when I was about to take the money and leave, Du Chuan called out to stop me. Xiaochen, don't rush off just yet. We have a shower room in the shop. Go wash up first. There are my son's clothes in the closet. They're all clean. My son is about the same height as you. They should fit you perfectly. I nodded and thanked him, then turned and headed for the bathroom. I washed my dirty clothes quickly and put them back on. Du Chuan saw this and was just about to ask me about it when I cut him off with a smile. Boss Du, it's so hot today. The clothes will dry in no time. After I left All Saints Pavilion, I spent 100,000 buying 4 copies of the Gale Slash manual. Then I bought another item from the market. 100 cubic meter spatial ring. The ring cost me 600,000. After I walked out of the shop, a system notification sound went off. Detected 4 copies of yellow tier low-grade Gale Slash. Learn now, the saber techniques flooded into my mind non-stop. My Gale Slash mastery rose to great success level. At the same time, in the girls' dormitory of the 3rd Martial Arts Academy, Zhongqing was sitting on her bed looking at her phone. The chat window with Chen Fan was open on her screen. She hesitated for a long time and couldn't figure out what message to send him. After thinking for 2.5 minutes, she typed the words "big jerk" in the chat box. I felt my phone vibrate, picked it up to check, and saw the message was from Zhongqing. I smiled and sent a meme back. When she saw the funny meme, Zhongqing couldn't help but burst out laughing. I sent you so many messages before. Why didn't you reply to me? You kept saying you wanted to help me. I didn't want to cause you trouble. Now that you're a great warrior, you're not scared I'll trouble you anymore. Serving a beautiful lady is my pleasure. Chen Fan, I will definitely catch up to you. After sending that last message, Zhongqing smiled and looked out the window while I picked up my phone to check messages on the Warrior Home Forum. The annual martial arts exam is in 3 days. Jingwen ranks 3rd. A warrior emerged from the Junior Martial Arts Academy. Elite warrior competition is coming soon. All 6-star and above warriors, are you ready? I scrolled through my phone for a while and didn't find any important news, then closed my eyes and fell asleep. Early the next morning, I ate the same usual breakfast, then headed out of the city to hunt. I killed almost all level 1 and 2 ferocious beasts in Zone 0431, my great success level, Gale Slash. One-shots all low-level ferocious beasts instantly. It didn't take long for the sky to turn from day to night. I exchanged a bunch of loot for cash, plus the leftover from yesterday. My total assets hit 920,000. Then I sold that long blade back to the weapons hall. That earned me an extra 30,000 and bought the 870,000 alloy combat knife on the counter. After I got all that done, I called the worker uncles to invite them for dinner. I hunted a 500-something pound wild boar during the day. Wild boar meat and blood can boost your chi and blood. Seeing me pull the huge boar out of my space ring, the 3 of them were totally shocked. I cut up the boar, split it into multiple pieces, and gave them to the guys. These uncles took really good care of me before. Now that I'm strong enough, it's time to pay them back. After I was done with all that, I laid on my bed, staring at the system panel. My Qui and blood stat had already hit 1,811. A little more effort and I can join this year's Elite Warrior competition. Meanwhile, in the garden outside the residential complex, a chubby fat cat was staring blankly at the pedestrians on the sidewalk. It mumbled quietly to itself. Bunch of dumb humans. If your grandpa cat shows my true form, you'd all be scared to death. After walking for 2.5 minutes, the fat cat stopped downstairs of the apartment building. "This is the place. The guy named Chen Fan on the list lives right here." The fat cat trundled upstairs. Its true form is actually a level 2 feral beast, sharp claw tiger cat. By a stroke of luck, it caught the eye of the Demon King. It gained sentience through a secret ritual. Using its cute fat cat appearance, it successfully snuck into Jiangnan Bay City not too long ago. This pawn was activated. The hunting target on the list is the human named Chen Fan. Right now, the fat cat had already reached my front door. Its chubby body swelled up into its true form. The fat cat smacked the wooden door to pieces with its paw. I was scrolling on my phone and just about to get out of bed when the fat cat zoomed to my bedroom door. Looking at the sharp-fanged tiger cat in front of me, I was totally confused. How did a giant feral beast break into my house? I couldn't figure it out. I summoned my alloy combat knife. Before the fat cat's shocked eyes, its vicious head went flying right off its body. 2.5 minutes later, I put the sharp claw tiger cat into my space ring and tidied up the messy room. Early the next morning, I got back to my money-making grind. I killed over 200 feral beasts that day. My Queen blood stat hit 291. After selling all the loot, I made 135 million. Then I headed to the martial arts hall and bought a stack of Gale/manuals. The system recognized 20 Gale/manuals. The little figure in my head went from a young guy swinging a blade to a middle-aged man. Gale/ successfully broke through its limit, reaching the perfect state. But the middle-aged Chen Fan didn't stop swinging the blade. 20 years flew by in a flash. Chen Fan had become a little old man. There was no longer a big blade in his hand. Whenever he wanted, any object could become a blade. On the system panel, the words sword and blade appeared after perfect state Gale/. After a full night's rest, I hit the road to level up again. I wiped out all the monsters around Area 0431. My Queen blood stat successfully broke through 5001, reaching 4-star warrior rank. Only 4,999 more to go to hit 5-star warrior. After packing up all the feral beasts, I went back to Wansheng Pavilion to sell the loot. Boss Du wasn't behind the counter this time. It was my former classmate Du Changzi instead. "Hey, Fangay, what a coincidence," I asked with a smile. "Aren't you supposed to be at school? Why isn't Boss Du here today?" Du Changzi scratched the back of his head, grinned sheepishly, and said, "The martial arts exam is coming up soon. School let out early. My dad went to the warehouse today, so he dragged me here to cover for him. You're so awesome, Fanga. You're already a 1-star warrior. All our classmates are super jealous of you, you know. What's your QE and blood stat now? You'll totally crush the martial arts exam, right?" I laughed and brushed it off. "Just a little over 150. Maybe I can get into a good school." "Oh, right, since Boss Du isn't here, you can take in the goods, right?" Du Changzi patted his chest and promised. "I've been helping my dad in the shop since I was a kid. This stuff is totally easy for me." Hearing that, I took the materials out of my ring. Looking at the mountain of materials, Du Changzi gasped sharply. "This is a level 2 feral beast, and that's a level 3 feral beast. Oh my god. Fan bro, you're already a 3-star dancer." As he spoke, Du Changzi finished counting all the items. The total is 3.3 million. After getting my confirmation, Du Changzi completed the transaction. Then the two of us went to the restaurant upstairs for a meal. Then we said goodbye to each other. On the way back, I remembered something I talked about with 3 uncles a couple days ago. A warehouse in the city is hiring full-time workers. The 3 of them went for the interview. There should be a result by now. The second I thought of that, I called them right away. Hearing Uncle Liu's dejected voice on the other end of the line, I already guessed how it turned out. I immediately asked for their address and headed over. The 3 of them were sitting by the roadside drinking cheap liquor right then. 1 small bottle of liquor shared between 3 people. When Han Gang saw me, he greeted me right away. "Hey, Xiao Fan's here. I'll go get another bottle of liquor." I stopped him and pulled the 3 of them towards the hotel. All 3 of them combined couldn't resist my pull. Once we got outside the hotel lobby, the manager found us a table really quickly and served us good food and drinks. Looking at the table full of food, the 3 of them didn't pick up their chopsticks for a long time. This much food would cost them months of working from dawn to dusk to afford. I smiled and told the 3 of them to dig in. After a few glasses of liquor, Han Gang started talking about how they failed the interview. At the same time, Duchuan was upstairs discussing business. He finished his meal and walked out of the private room. A middle-aged man wearing glasses followed behind him. When they passed the lobby, Duchuan saw the four of us drinking and playing finger-guessing games. He gave an order right away. "Manager son, go pay the bill for that table." After hearing this, Sun Haijie looked in the direction Duchuan was pointing. The three people at that table were exactly the ones who came for the interview today. Too bad all the positions were taken by people with connections. With their income, there's no way they could afford to eat at this hotel. Confused, Sun Haijie asked about the situation. "Boss, do you know the people at that table? See that young man over there? That's Chen Fan, the guy I've been talking about nonstop lately. He's our restaurant's cash cow right now. On top of that, he's super young and already a 3-star dancer. His future is absolutely boundless. Looks like Brother Chen is treating them to this meal. Their relationship must be really close. That's so enviable." After Sun Haijie heard this, he immediately told Duchuan what happened during the day. After Duchuan heard that, his expression immediately changed. Sun Haijie could tell the boss was upset, so he hurried to explain. "Boss, I know what to do now." Dukwin told him to handle it properly, then turned around and left. After we finished eating, I went to the front desk to pay the bill, but I was told a boss surnamed Du already paid for it. After leaving the hotel, I called a car to send the three of them home. As for me, I booked a room at the Warrior Building to rest. After all, I'm rolling in cash now. I don't care about that little bit of money. Meanwhile, after Liu Jian got home, he got a call from Sun Haijie. When he heard they were invited to work at the warehouse, he was over the moon. After asking a few questions, Sun Haijie said with a smile, "Mr. Chen Fan is friends with our boss." The three of them were stunned when they heard that. After they hung up the phone, the three of them sighed. It was Xiao Fan who helped us out in the end. Night passed really quickly. I got a call from Liu Jian as soon as it was light out. "Hey Xiao Fan, I'm calling with good news. Uncle Han, Uncle Wang, and I all want to thank you." Then he told me everything that happened last night. I also noted the favor Boss Du did me in my mind. At the same time, at another restaurant, a principal was watching a young man eat. The chubby kid was eating with grease all over his mouth. He couldn't stop chattering the whole time. "Principal, don't worry about it. That 1-star warrior from 3rd Junior High isn't even worth comparing to me. I'm a 1 in a million awakened ability user. I can get stronger just by eating. If he runs into me, I'll finish him off in seconds." Meanwhile, I was still killing monsters to level up, looking at the huge horde of beasts in front of me. There were over 100 armored steel bulls in total. I waved my alloy combat knife excitedly. I raised my knife and struck down, and the steel bull fell to the ground, motionless. Notifications of my chi and blood increasing kept ringing in my ears. After the whole battle was over, I gained even more combat experience. In Area 0431 right now, I can go anywhere I want without any trouble. When I returned to the All Saints Pavilion again, Duchuan was shocked by my appearance. The sight of me covered in blood was really striking. That's insane. "Brother Chen, you're not short on cash now. Go buy a combat suit. Defense is one thing. At least you won't be all sticky like you are now." I nodded. I took out all the materials. Duchuan looked at the piled-up floor. He was totally shocked. "Boss Du, take your time counting them. Just transfer the money directly when you're done." After Duchuan heard that, he shouted with a smile, "Brother Chen, remember to check your phone when you get back. Today's the martial arts exam day for our Jiangnan base city. No Junior Martial Arts Academy has an awakened one. No one knows what kind of ability he awakened. He was already a 4-star dancer during the exam. He broke the all-time record for the martial arts exam. I smacked my forehead and finally remembered it. I was also startled in my heart. I didn't expect an awakened one to appear this year. I suppressed the instinctive envy in my heart. Then I spent 750,000 on a nano combat suit. According to the salesperson, the combat suit keeps you warm in winter and cool in summer. Right after I finished paying, Duchuan transferred 630,000 and a list to me. After I thanked him, I went to the hotel to take a shower and crash. My class group chat was blowing up with messages. Zhongqing sent a message right after the exam ended. Vitality 180, admitted to Jiangnan Martial Arts University. After I sent a congratulations message, I turned off my phone, closed my eyes, and went to sleep. For the next few days, I wandered around Area 0431, killing ferocious beasts. The beasts chasing after me were like a small beast tide. After a full day of work, I was already half dead from exhaustion. The daily high-intensity fighting left me physically and mentally drained. After I handed the stuff to the ferryman, I lay on the bed and cultivated with my eyes closed. My vitality has now broken through to 10,530. I've officially become a 5-star dancer. To get to 6-star, I need to hit 50,000. It's a huge gap. I need to work a lot harder. The elite dancer competition is coming up soon. The minimum requirement to enter is 6-star. Right at this moment, I got a message from the dancer's home app on my phone. The announcement for the elite dancer competition is out. Registration is open starting today. Win the elite competition championship and get a 300 million bonus. Second place gets 200 million. Third place gets 100 million. Top 500 get 10 million each. Also, the top 300 get access to the Jiangnan-based martial arts library. You can go in and pick one martial arts skill. After reading the information, I was so tired I passed out right away. Meanwhile, Yao Fu from the 3rd Martial Arts Academy was really pissed off by the news on the forum. All the posts were calling Chen Fan a noob. Heard number 3 Junior Academy has a 1-star dancer this year. Come out and say hi. Hey, you dancer from number 3 Junior. Don't feel inferior. I'm an awakened one. We're not on the same level. Number 3 Junior is just number 3 Junior. You actually thought you could challenge our number 1 Junior's status this year. You're so overestimating yourselves. All of you stay down. Yao Fu was so furious he was fuming. He immediately made a phone call, yelling nonstop at the principal of number 1 Junior Academy, but the principal shut him down with facts. Our class group was also flooded with this news. Wu Changxi couldn't help but complain. Brother Fan, I want to say sorry first, but seeing that bastard Zhu Wen acting so arrogant and walking all over you, I really can't take it anymore. A while back, Brother Fan broke through to 1-star dancer. I know all of you still think Brother Fan is only a 1-star dancer now. After all, it hasn't been that long. Most of you probably know, my family owns a shop in the dancer building. Brother Fan has been selling materials to our shop all this time. He was selling level 3 ferocious beast materials days ago, and Brother Fan admitted it himself. He's a 3-star dancer. This message exploded in the group like a nuke. Even our homeroom teacher Wang Fang popped up. After confirming multiple times, she called the principal's office and told him the news. After Yao Fu heard that, he was completely shocked. What? Chen Fan is a 3-star dancer now. No way, I have to contact Chen Fan myself. I was fast asleep. When the phone woke me up, I squinted and answered the call. Yao Fu's excited voice came from the other end. Chen Fan, sorry to bother you so late, but there's something really urgent. I want to confirm something with you. Please tell me the truth. Are you a 3-star dancer now? Then Yao Fu told me all about the posts on the forum. I was also pretty pissed off at Zhu Wen's way of mocking me. Yao Fu kept waiting for my answer on the other end of the line. After thinking for a moment, I replied slowly, Principal, I'm not a 3-star dancer. Hearing that, Yao Fu was just about to say something nice, but I cut him off. Principal, I'm not a 3-star dancer. I'm a 5-star dancer now. My current chi and blood level is 10,530. Yao Fu jumped up in shock right after hearing this. It's only been a few days, and you've gone from 1-star to 5-star already. Are you an awakened too? I replied awkwardly. Probably not. I guess I'm just super gifted. Chen Fan, the announcement for the elite dancer competition is out today. I assume you've seen it already. Yuan is a 4-star dancer now, and he's already announced he's joining this year's elite dancer competition. How about you? Are you confident you can break through to 6-star dancer before the registration deadline? I hope you'll join the elite dancer competition. Do yourself and number 3 Junior High proud, and take down Shu Wen and number 1 Junior High's arrogant attitude. I replied solemnly. Don't worry, Principal. I'll be there to compete. After hanging up the call, I started planning how to break through to 6-star dancer. Early the next morning, I left the city to hunt feral beasts. My top running speed right now hits 70 kilometers per hour. I'm heading to area 0455, which is further than area 0431. In just 1 hour, I arrived outside the 0455 outpost. Looking at the rows of abandoned high-rises, I grabbed my alloy battle knife and started fighting wave after wave of feral beasts. This place is full of level 3, 4, and 5 feral beasts. The only thing I need to watch out for are level 6 feral beasts. As I kept swinging my battle knife, the chi and blood notifications kept ringing in my ears. In just one morning, my chi and blood increased by 2,500 points, but killing feral beast with Gale Slash is still too inefficient. After a simple afternoon meal, I charged back into the horde of beasts. Soon the sky was dyed red by the setting sun. After collecting all the materials from the feral beasts, I headed back to the base city when he saw the piles of level 5 feral beast remains. Du Tuan was completely shocked. Brother Chen, you broke through to 5-star dancer already? That's so fast. Even Awakened would be jealous of your progress speed. Du Chuan pushed down his shock and started counting up the goods. 2.5 minutes later, 7.6 million was transferred to my account. After leaving Myriad Saints Pavilion, I went to the martial arts hall to buy martial skills. Under the shocked gaze of the counter clerk, I carried 20 copies of Ripple Blade, 20 copies of the defensive martial skill, Vajra Body, plus 20 copies of the movement skill, Floating Light Shadow. The total was 10.2 million. I swiped my card to pay without hesitation. After getting back to my room, the system asked if I wanted to practice the martial skills. After I confirmed, the little figure in my head started training the martial skills. In no time, all 3 martial skills reached perfect mastery. Now my speed, defense, and attack are all boosted. Early the next morning, I headed to Area 0455 again. This time my speed increased to 150 kilometers per hour. In just 20 minutes, I saw the familiar feral beasts from yesterday again. On the ruined street, dozens of level 3 feral beasts. Iron armor centipedes were gathered here. When the iron armor centipedes saw me, they all opened their jaws and charged at me. I raised my hand and activated Vajra Body. A golden light shield wrapped around me. The iron armor centipedes' storm-like attacks were all blocked by the light shield. I easily killed all the iron armor centipedes. The level 5 berserk bear I encountered next also couldn't break through the defense of Vajra Body. Vajra Body and Floating Light Shadow are both martial skills I'm really satisfied with, but the most powerful one is still Ripple Blade. Each slash is stronger than the last, with the stacked attack power of Ripple Blade. Just 3 slashes already have the same power as the original Gale Slash. After hitting my feral beast hunting goal for the day, my Qi and blood level had reached 19,000. Right now at the city's central square, I was just about to head back to the city when I was ambushed by a level 6 feral beast. A 20-meter-long green-scale Snake King was standing right in front of me. Seeing this, I drew my alloy battle knife and got into an attack stance. The green-scale Snake King roared and twisted its body to charge at me. I immediately used Ripple Blade. In the blink of an eye, I slashed the green-scale Snake King 3 times. The alloy knife scraped against its green scales, creating a few sparks. With the boost from Ripple Blade, the green-scale Snake King soon had several cuts on its body. Agitated by the pain, the green-scale Snake King was completely enraged. Its thick snake tail whipped towards me instantly. I didn't react in time and was sent flying by the tail. My whole body slammed hard into the stone pillar of the square. I struggled to get to my feet. I activated Floating Light Shadow immediately and closed in on the green-scaled Serpent King. My battle knife kept slashing at the green-scaled Serpent King. I struck 12 times in the blink of an eye. Amid the green-scaled Serpent King's unwilling roar, I thrust the alloy battle knife straight in, right into the green-scaled Serpent King's head. I stood there gasping for air. Right then, a system announcement rang in my ears. Slain level 6 feral beast. Green Spirit Serpent King. Qi and blood plus 60. After resting for a little while, I headed back to the base city, but Wansheng Pavilion wasn't open today. I went back to the hotel after eating. I lay down on the big bed. My phone was full of news about the Elite Dancer competition. The hottest topic right now is that the number of signups for the Elite Dancer competition has already hit 30,000. There are also some top candidates for the championship. One of them is Zhongqing's older brother Zhongbo. Though I've never met him before, I've heard Zhongqing mention him before. Just as I was recalling this, I got a call from Du Chuan. Brother Chen, some shops are jealous of how good my business is. They've started using unfair competitive tactics. Today, several of my customers were outside the city and got robbed by the Golden Spear Warrior Squad. They threatened them not to sell materials to Wansheng Pavilion. Brother Chen, you better not leave the city for the next few days. I'm really sorry about this. This was supposed to be my shop's problem, but you got dragged into it too. But don't worry, Brother Chen. I know this is wasting your time. I'll compensate you 100,000 yen per day from now on. I hope you can forgive me for the inconvenience. Besides, I'll fix this problem as soon as possible. After hearing this, I immediately understood why Wansheng Pavilion was closed today. But I need to break through to 6-star dancer level, so I have no choice but to leave the city. I then asked about the strength of the Golden Spear Warrior Squad. Boss Du, what's their strength like? The Golden Spear Warrior Squad is actually pretty strong. Their captain is a 6-star dancer. There are also 2 vice captains who are 5-star dancers. The rest are 3-star and 4-star dancers. The whole squad has around 100 members. I already met with the captain of the Golden Spear Warrior Squad today. He made an outrageous demand, saying he wants to take over my Wansheng pavilion. There's no way I'm agreeing to that. They don't dare to cause trouble inside the city, but outside the city, there are no laws to restrict them. Since we can't reach an agreement, then we'll just have to fight it out. I'm already recruiting warriors. Oh, right. Recruiting warriors might take a few more days. I'll transfer 5 days of compensation to you first. After getting this news, I thanked Boss Du and hung up the phone. A 6-star dancer isn't something I'm worried about at all. If he dares to mess with me, he's gonna regret it big time. Early the next morning, I headed outside the city. Right then, a few scattered warriors were following behind me. That's Chen Fan. He always sells materials at Wansheng Pavilion. Hey guys, follow him. The group immediately started tailing me. They were all wearing custom-made combat uniforms. They were obviously from the Golden Spear Warrior Squad. I glanced at them out of the corner of my eye, then stopped right where I was. When those warriors saw that, they all stepped forward to surround me and trapped me in the middle. Their vice captain, Miao Lu, called out arrogantly, "Hey kid, be smart, and hand over everything you've got. The money in your account, your space ring, your battle knife and combat suit, hand them all over. You know why we're robbing you. Remember this for me. You're not allowed to go to Wansheng Pavilion ever again. If you go again, it won't just be a beating." Got it. Before he could finish talking, I quickly knocked that goon down with one punch. When Miao Lu saw this, he cursed angrily. "You dare hurt my brother? Then you're gonna die here today." After saying that, he swung his axe at me fiercely. I shifted my feet slightly and dodged the attack quickly. At the same time, I immediately swung my alloy battle knife. Before Miao Lu could react, he was killed instantly by my battle knife. Slain 5-star dancer Miao Lu. She and blood, plus 40. This horrifying scene shocked all those goons instantly. Panicked, they immediately started running in all directions. They were yelling that they needed to call for backup. In this world where martial strength is respected, only those with strength can survive. I activated Floating Light Shadow, quickly finished off the 4 escaping men. After taking their space rings, I found a clean spot and sat down. 'Cause those guys had already sent a signal before they ran. And what I gotta do right now is root them out completely. You know what they say, throw one punch hard, so you don't get 100 punches thrown at you. Pretty soon I was surrounded by dozens of big, strong guys again. The one leading them was none other than Kong Wu, captain of the Golden Spear Warrior Squad. No unnecessary chit-chat at all. I swung my battle blade and started fighting all of them. Half an hour later, the whole ground was dyed red with blood. Kong Wu was covered in wounds and kneeled on the ground, and lost his life. After I collected all the spoils of war, I headed straight for Area 0455. After hitting today's target, my Kui and blood level reached 29,900. As for the Elite Dancer competition, there are 6 days left before sign-ups close. When I got back to the dancer building, I habitually went to Wansheng Pavilion. At that moment, Duchuan had a face full of worry, pacing back and forth in the shop. Clearly, the dancer recruitment wasn't going too smoothly. After he saw me, Duchuan immediately greeted me and said, "Brother Chen, it's so hard to hire skilled fighters. I thought I could fix this mess in 3 to 5 days earlier. Looks like it might take way longer now. I'm really sorry about this." "You don't have to worry anymore, Boss Du. The Golden Spear Warrior Squad, from now on, probably won't come bother you again." "What do you mean by that, Brother Chen?" Looking at my calm, unbothered expression, Duchuan's heart skipped a beat, and a ridiculous thought popped up in his head. Just when Duchuan was lost in random thoughts, I spoke up to snap him back to reality. "Boss Du, your shop is already open right now. You're here to do business, right?" "Of course I'm here to do business. Take out all your materials, Brother Chen." Hearing that, I dumped all my materials out at once. The whole hall was instantly filled with all the materials. After he saw the gallbladder of the green-scaled Snake King on the ground, Duchuan's mind went completely blank for a second. Only 2 days, a 6-star warrior. Plus what you said earlier about the Golden Spear Warrior Squad no longer causing trouble for you. Duchuan was hit with a mix of shock and joy for a second. Overwhelmed with happiness, he grabbed my hand all of a sudden and was extremely grateful. "Brother Chen, I can't thank you enough for this huge favor. I really don't know what to say." I let out a faint smile. "It's no big deal, no need to thank me. If anything, I should thank you for getting Uncle Liu and the others a stable job." Duchuan, who's a total old-timer, immediately figured out what I meant. With that gratitude in his heart, Duchuan finished counting all the materials really fast. The total comes to 15 million. Duchuan directly transferred 20 million to me. The extra money is a token of my appreciation. But I sent the money right back and asked him at the same time, "Boss Du, I have a bunch of space rings and weapons on hand. Wondered if you have any channels to sell them?" Duchuan immediately got it. "These are the spoils from taking out the Golden Spear Squad. Leave them to me, Brother Chen, I'll handle it." "Oh, right, Brother Chen. You're a 6-star dancer now. The elite dancer competition is coming up really soon. You should go sign up for it. I know you don't need more money, but the Jiangnan-based city armory and a military officer identity is worth fighting for." I said thanks and went straight back to my room. Just then I got a message from Zhongqing on my phone. Zhongqing said she went to Jiangnan Martial Arts University. She also sent a selfie she took at Jiangnan Martial Arts University along with it. After reading it, I replied with 4 words. "Nice legs, super white." After replying to the message, I flopped onto the bed to rest. Time flew by really fast. 3 days passed in the blink of an eye. My ki and blood level now reached 51 of 500. Hard work pays off, right? After days and days of fighting, I finally became a 6-star warrior. Besides getting stronger, I also made 20 million from selling stuff these past few days. Plus the rings I asked Duchuan to buy for me. Made me another 40 million or so. Right now my total assets are over 110 million. At the same time, in the number 3 junior high principal's office, ever since the last call with Chen Fan, Yaofu has been hoping every day that Chen Fan can make it to this year's elite dancer competition. Just when he was about to call Chen Fan for the 100th time, my call came in right on time. "Principal, I've already broken through to 6-star dancer level." Yaofu was over the moon when he heard that. "Great job, Chen Fan. You are a 6-star dancer now. Go sign up tomorrow. Make sure you don't get cocky, keep working hard. There's only 3 days left. Prepare well. Now that you're joining, let's try our best to get a decent ranking. 6-star warriors are joining the competition. The official set prizes for top 100, 300, 500, 3,000, 5,000, and so on. We don't have high hopes for those positions. It'd be pretty good if we make it into the top 50,000. The most important thing is participation." I said okay and hung up the phone. The next day at noon, I went to sign up as soon as the registration office opened. First floor lobby of the Warrior Building. Because of the Elite Warrior competition, the place was packed with people signing up, but I needed to get certified first. I could only register after getting my 6-star Warrior certification. I came to the certification window again. It was still the same young reception lady from before. Her name tag showed her name as Guantong. The young lady saw me and greeted me warmly. "Hi there, it hasn't been that long. You already broke through to 2-star warrior. But if you're just here to test your ki and blood, you don't need to come to this certification window. Most people here come to certify their realm breakthroughs. No, I'm here to certify as a 6-star warrior." "You're pretty funny, huh? Go test your QE and blood at the same place you went last time. Then bring the result back to me." I nodded and walked towards the spot not far away. The QE and blood test didn't take long. 2.5 minutes later, I came back to the same spot. When Guantong saw the 51-100 printed on the test sheet, she was completely shocked. After I finished all the procedures, Guantong immediately took out her phone and made a call. "Grandpa, come over quick." Last time Guantong called him over, it was because they found an 18-year-old warrior prodigy. This time her tone sounded even more urgent. Guan Zhenshan didn't delay at all. He showed up in the lobby in no time. "Tong Tong, what do you have to show Grandpa this time? Did you find another great martial arts prodigy? From how you sounded on the phone, is he even better than the one from Grandpa Yao's school last time?" Guantong pointed at the information on the screen. Guan Zhenshan started reading it. "Chen Fan, 18 years old, 6-star warrior?" Guan Zhenshan looked totally shocked when he read this. How long has it been since Chen Fan first got certified to 6-star? Has it even been a month? No, not a month. To be exact, it's been 18 days. 18 days from 1-star warrior to 6-star warrior. That's insane. He's definitely an awakened. Chen Fan is such a lucky star for old Yao. Guan Zhenshan knew all about the recent dispute between number 1 and No. 3 Junior Martial Arts Academy. He never expected Chen Fan to be this impressive. At the same time, after getting my warrior certification, I went to the registration office to sign up. I signed a liability waiver. That was the end of my registration process. For this competition, casualties are expected. Warriors from 1-star to 9-star are all in the Qi and Blood realm. When the qi and blood in your body reach a certain level, your body will transform to a whole new level, which is the meridian condensation realm. Meridian condensation realm is divided from 1st meridian to 9th meridian, similar to the 1-star to 9-star of the qi and blood realm. After I finished registering, I kept going out of the city to train. Time flew by until the last day of competition registration. The organizers were announcing the latest competition rules. 20,000 people signed up for this competition. The competition will be held in Area 0612. The competition uses a point system. 1 point for killing a level 6 feral beast. Killing a level 7 feral beast gives 3 points. Level 8 feral beast gives 9 points. Level 9 feral beast gives 18 points. All contestants must arrive at the designated location, outside Area 062 within the specified time. Otherwise, you will be disqualified. The rewards are the same as what was spread earlier. Top 500 get cash prizes. Top 300 get access to the base armory. Top 100 get an officer identity. The 6th Legion is in charge of security for the warrior competition. All members are in Meridian Condensation Realm. The Legion commander is at 9th Meridian Realm. There are also 4 awakened and psychics. Psychics are among the most powerful types of awakened. Their mental power is extremely strong. They can easily cover an area of hundreds of kilometers. They can also control objects from a distance. They can detect when contestants are in danger in time, and provide assistance on the Warrior Forum. Shuwen said proudly. I'm not that impressive, but I'm the awakened from this year's #1 Junior Martial Arts Academy, who stole the show during the martial arts exam. When I was still 4-star, I said I would participate in this year's Elite Warrior competition. I just broke through to 6-star today, but I'm not planning to sign up for the competition. Don't think just because I'm a 6-star warrior now. I've actually only been a warrior for a short time. I still lack experience in actual combat in the wild. After saying that, he didn't forget to taunt. No Junior Martial Arts Academy on the forum. Chen Fan, I'm already a 6-star martial artist. You're still 1-star, right? How are you even gonna compete with me? Students from the 2 colleges were yelling insults at each other. But I was out training, I had no idea any of this was happening. After I finished reading the competition rules, I headed straight back to the city. After days of training, my Qi and blood level has hit 65,500. That's 30,4,500 short of 7-star martial artist level. When I found out we're heading to Area 062, I started getting the gear I need for the trip ready. When you're surviving out in the wild, you need all the food, drinks, and supplies you can get. It took me 2 hours to get all that stuff sorted out. Then I went to the martial arts hall and bought 40 copies of Vajrabody and Floating Light Skimming Shadow. This is the perfect chance to get them to the same Tao realm level as my saber technique. After I got back to my room, the system kicked off the cultivation process. 2.5 hours later, Vajrabody got the suffix Steel Glue Iron Pillar. Floating Light, Skimming Shadow got the suffix Godspeed. Literally, one technique gives you an indestructible steel body. The other lets you hit 350 km/h. That's even faster than some Meridian Condensing Realm martial artists. I let out a slow breath when my phone notification grabbed my attention. Zhangxing texted me to check my phone. The class group was blowing up with news that Xu Wen wanted to challenge me. The fight was set for noon the next day. As soon as I saw that, I sent a message accepting the challenge. A fight between the geniuses of the 2 top colleges went viral all over the internet in no time. Early the next morning, at the dual hall of the martial artist building, I met Xu Wen for the first time. He was a chubby kid covered in pimples. When he saw me, Xu Wen cracked his neck from side to side and popped his knuckles loudly. He knew he was the hot genius everyone was watching. All the live broadcast cameras were pointed right at him. He didn't waste any time talking. Xu Wen let out a roar and threw a punch right at me. Watching this mountain of flesh charging at me, I just smacked him so hard he spun in place. That one simple slap knocked him completely silly before he could even snap out of it. I grabbed him by the collar and kept slapping him across the face. 2.5 minutes later, Xu Wen's face was swollen like a pig's head, and he passed out cold like a dead dog. Over at the 1st Junior Martial Arts College, the students watching the live stream went completely silent like someone hit the mute button. It was eerily quiet. The 3rd college, on the other hand, was cheering like crazy. Posts saying Senior Chen Fan is awesome kept flooding the chat. Bro Fan is the GOAT. Wait, is Chen Fan actually only 3-star? A 3-star totally destroying a 6-star that easily? No way. Du Changzi, who was standing nearby, heard this and said, "Chill, I'll call my dad to ask." A minute later, He came back with the news that Chen Fan was already a 6-star martial artist. Brofan isn't just a 6-star martial artist. He also signed up for this year's elite martial artist competition. Shuwen signed up but was too scared to actually go. Brofan's different, though. He's actually going to compete. Zhong Qing, who was watching the drama unfold nearby, heard this, her mouth hanging slightly open. She was feeling super conflicted right then. On one hand, she was happy for Chen Fan, but on the other, the gap between her and Chen Fan was getting bigger and bigger. Her eyes started to well up with tears. Back in the duel hall, Shuwen was carried out by medics on a stretcher. If it wasn't for how civilized our society is, he'd be headed straight for the incinerator today. After dealing with that little side drama, I headed out of the city. All the people leaving the city right then were competitors heading to Area 0612. There was a guy in the crowd staring suspiciously at everyone passing by. That guy was the helper Yao Fu sent to look after Chen Fan. Watching all the competitors rushing out of the city in a panic, Xiao Chen complained in annoyance. Damn it. It's already 9 o'clock. Where the hell is Chen Fan? A 6-star martial artist only goes 90 kilometers per hour. There's no way he can make it to Area 0612 in 3 hours. He's treating the elite martial artist competition like a joke. Just as Xiao Chen was complaining, I slowly walked to the city gate, swiped my pass, and left. Everyone around me started sprinting as fast as they could. I activated floating light skimming shadow and left all of them in the dust. Xiao Chen was completely dumbfounded when he saw this. Then he ran as fast as he could to try and keep up. But my insane speed still left him far behind, until Xiao Chen was completely out of my sight. A little while later, Xiao Chen ran into a tent at the competition site. Grinning at a middle-aged man, looking at his son's silly grinning face, Xiao Jian asked irritably, "Quit grinning like an idiot all the time. How'd the mission go? Did Chen Fan arrive at the meeting point?" I have no clue. He zoomed off and disappeared in the blink of an eye. Then Xiao Chen told him the whole story from start to finish. After learning what happened, Xiao Jian fell into deep thought. No wonder old Yao thinks so highly of this young guy. Dude's actually a total beast. On the other side, after I finished the registration process, I got a pair of high-tech glasses. The glasses can calculate the points you get from killing feral beasts. It also provides a map showing where all participating dancers are located. 2.5 hours later, words popped up on the big screen announcing that the competition had officially started. On the gathering square, Xiaojin opened his mouth and gave orders. As for the rules of the elite dancer competition, I'm sure you all already know them by heart, but I'll stress 3 key points again. First, make sure you wear the glasses we gave you at all times. Otherwise, you won't get any points for the feral beast you kill. Second, there's an emergency call button on the glasses frame. If you run into danger you can't handle, make sure you call for help in time. Someone will come to rescue you right away. But pressing the help button also means you're eliminated. Third, there are no limits on how you participate. You can act alone, or you can team up with others. Fighting between martial artists is also allowed, but you can't kill anyone, got it? Alright, no more small talk. Now I hereby announce, the Elite Dancer competition is officially underway. His voice boomed like thunder in everyone's ears. The power of a 9-meridian realm cultivator is really terrifying. After the crowd below heard the announcement to start, they all swarmed into the ruins of the city. Over 100,000 people in this former first-tier city were as tiny as a few drops of water falling into the ocean. Very soon, the dancers started fighting with level 7 feral beasts. Hundreds of giant man-eating ants kept attacking the human participants. When the cowardly ones saw this scene, they all pressed the button on the side of their glasses and quit the competition. As for me, I swung my alloy combat knife and kept slashing and killing the giant man-eating ants. The system announcements in my ear kept popping up non-stop. The data on my glasses also kept refreshing. On a tall building on the other side, Changbo was controlling 3 throwing knives to kill the wolf demon in front of him. The level 8 wolf demon didn't even have time to react before its throat was slit by the throwing knives. Very quickly, it got dark. The area outside the city is full of danger at night. Feral beasts have the advantage when moving at night. As for me, I found a once glorious villa and decided to stay there for the night. While eating the food in my hand, I was making plans for the next day. Right now on my status panel, my points had already reached 70,461. I killed 110 level 6 feral beasts in the afternoon, and 17 level 7 feral beasts, for a total of 161 points, right now on the points leaderboard. The number of people eliminated today had reached over 13,000, and I was currently ranked over 70,000th on the leaderboard. If I want to stand out again, I have to keep working harder. Yao Fu back at the school, saw the first place on the 6-star dancer leaderboard, and was immediately shocked. Chen Fan actually got 161 points. This guy who dropped out of 9th grade is so freaking good. At the same time, the class group chat blew up. Messages saying Chen Fan is awesome flooded the chat. On the other side, I didn't sleep peacefully either. The ruins were silent late at night. But danger was always lurking around. I got through the night half asleep. After one whole night, the number of eliminated people increased by over 9,000. Even one 9-star martial artist got eliminated. While checking the updated information, I went up to the villa roof to survey the surroundings. I didn't find anything after checking around, so I headed to Jinkan Lake, which used to be a scenic spot. This place is full of level 6 to 7 feral beasts. It's the perfect grinding spot for me. Just as I was comfortably grinding for levels, on a rooftop dozens of kilometers away, Liu Wencheng, a psychic, was observing the participating dancers. In his mental perception range, 70 kilometers away, a 7-star dancer was about to be swallowed by a feral beast. The dancer frantically pressed the button on his glasses. In the next second, his body vanished right in front of the feral beast. Liu Wencheng was doing rescue work while keeping an eye on all the participating dancers. In his eyes, a 6-star dancer was about to run into danger. That young dancer was holding an alloy combat knife. Right in front of him were 2 level 7 silver fire crocodiles charging straight at him. The young dancer got into a fighting stance without any fear. The alloy combat knife in his hand slashed quickly towards the silver fire crocodiles. With a slicing sound, the silver fire crocodiles were cut clean in half. After days of fighting, I can now take down level 7 feral beasts effortlessly. Seeing how easily I resolved the crisis, Liu Wencheng couldn't help but praise me. In the blink of an eye, it was noon. My Qian blood value reached 100,000. My power level rose to 7-star dancer. Breaking through to 8-star dancer requires 200,000 QI and blood. To avoid falling off the leaderboard, other people go out at night to kill feral beasts. I don't take a break either, and join the rat race. Time flies really fast. In just 2 days, the number of eliminated contestants exceeded 50,000. After killing the last ferocious beast in the villa area, I also went back to my tiny place to rest. Meanwhile, Liu Wencheng, who was watching the dancers, took out his dancer badge and called a number saved as Old Shui. Old Shu, I'm calling you in the middle of the night for real business. I found someone at the elite dancer competition, an incredible 6-star dancer. His saber skills are extremely impressive. I even filmed a video for you on purpose earlier today. I'm sending it to you right now. Suizhigang is a saber ability awakener. He's been obsessed with sabers his whole life, and has practiced for over 20 years, but still hasn't reached the saber realm level. Right now, he's watching Chen Fan draw his saber on the screen, and the way he unleashes saber force, and is totally shocked. That's perfect. Isn't this exactly the realm I've been chasing this whole time? No way, I have to go check this out in person. Early the next morning, I headed out again to hunt ferocious beasts. My butterfly wave. Saber takes down ferocious beasts one strike after another. Suizhigang, who was watching from behind, stared like he was admiring a work of art. After a full day and night of fighting, my points hit 1340, and my chi and blood level reached 117,000. Just when I was about to go back to the villa to rest, a rough voice suddenly came from behind me. Hey kid, would you mind letting me crash at your place for the night? I instinctively tightened my grip on my alloy combat saber when I heard that. Seeing this, Suizhigang waved his hands quickly and said, Don't be scared, kid. My name is Suizhigang. I mean no harm. I'm not a contestant. So I'm not your competition at all. A friend of mine is one of the psychics in charge of security for this event, and he noticed your saber skills are really great. I'm also super obsessed with saber skills. So I came all the way from Jiangnan Bay City specifically, hoping to exchange saber skills tips with you. Then Zhejigang explained the whole story to me. I then recalled this familiar name, a super powerhouse at the Nine Veins realm, known as the Little Saber King. You completed an important mission for the Alliance a few months ago, and even made the news. Zhejigang smiled slightly after hearing that. You can relax now, right? Brother Chen, I hit a bottleneck with my saber skills. I've been stuck on it for ages with no clue, so I have a question I want to ask you. Then I explained the saber force of Gale Slash to him in detail. Shuizigang suddenly saw the light after listening. The whole night, he was totally immersed in saber practice. Until early morning, Shuizigang looked really embarrassed and said, Thanks a lot, Brother Chen. This one night just saved me at least 10 years of pointless practice. Of course, I also kept you from resting. I feel really bad about it. You still have the elite dancer competition during the day. Go get some rest right now. I'll keep watch for you. I didn't stand on ceremony after hearing that. Closed my eyes, leaned against the wall, and fell asleep. When I woke up the next day, Shuijigang was practicing saber moves in front of me. I got up and greeted him. Brother Shuoyu, what's your plan for today? Are you still staying at marker point 0612? Shuijigang shook his head slowly and said, You cleared up so many of my doubts last night. I feel like I finally get it now. Next, I'm going back to seclude and practice for a while. Brother Chen, you did me a huge favor this time. I don't have much to thank you with. But here's a D-grade saber technique manual. Please take it, I insist. As he spoke, Shuijigang took out a martial art manual and shoved it into my hand. Looking at the D-grade martial art manual in my hand, I was instantly shocked. To get your hands on this kind of martial art on the market, you have to get access to the martial art library of Jiangnan-based city. And the requirements for that are super strict. Brother Xue, we just exchanged some saber skill tips yesterday. I didn't really do anything. Besides, this D-grade martial art is way too valuable. I can't take it. Brother Chen, you might think it's nothing, but for me it saved me from 10 or even more than 10 years of wasted practice. You have to take this manual, and don't laugh at me. This D-grade technique 100 Calamities Saber is way too hard. I took it out of the Jiangnan-based city martial art library a few years ago, and I still haven't gotten the hang of the basics yet. As for the private distribution of martial arts, don't worry about that at all. We're awakeners. You should know awakeners have a lot of privileges. Giving away martial art manuals and stuff is one of them. After I couldn't refuse anymore, I happily took the martial art manual. Thanks a lot, Brother Xue. At the same time, the system notification rang. D-grade high-level martial art 100 Calamities, saber detected. Do you want to learn it? I canceled the learning right away. After all, Shuijigang was still here right now. At the same time, I asked the question I'd been wondering about. Brother Xue, awakened have so many privileges, right? Can we make copies of martial skills? Take this 100 Calamities saber, for example. Can I make dozens of copies of it? Hearing that, Shuijigang looked at me with a confused face. You know, Brother Xue, awakened people have all kinds of weird abilities. Mine is super special. I need a lot of copies to master saber techniques. After hearing what I said, Kuchigang suddenly got it. Oh, that's why the country always puts a lot of focus on training awakened folks, as long as you're an awakened. Copying martial arts manuals is totally fine. Even asking the country to copy them for you is okay. After getting his answer, I breathed a sigh of relief. Brother Xue, can you help me copy this then? That's no big deal at all. I'll go see Commander Xiao right now. He has printing equipment there. Before Shuijigang left after I handed him the martial skill manual, Shuijigang waved and said, Brother Chen, someone will deliver the copied books to you. Let me give you a heads up before I leave. The Elite Warrior competition has been going on for a few days now, right? At first, the feral beasts of Zone 0612 probably were caught off guard by the attacks. But based on past Elite Warrior competition situations, they'll launch a counterattack real soon. That's when the real challenge starts. You're insanely talented. Your future potential is limitless. Don't take unnecessary risks. You only have a future if you stay alive. I nodded with a smile and thanked him. Thanks for the heads up, Brother Xue. The next second, Shuijigang vanished on the spot. He then arrived at the building where Liu Wencheng was. Liu Wencheng said with a smile on his face, I can't believe you gave that D-rank martial skill, 100 Calamities Saber, to Chen Fan. That's the skill you got for winning a third-class merit award. You don't get it, old Liu. The advice Brother Chen gave me yesterday saved me at least 10 years of hard training. Also, send me over to Commander Xiao's place. Brother Chen asked me to copy his martial skill. Liu Wencheng, who was watching from afar, already knew the whole story. The two didn't chat much. Zhejigang was then sent to Xiaojian's camp. 2.5 minutes later, Zhejigang vanished on the spot holding 50 books. The books were delivered to me really fast. At the same time, the system notification slowly sounded. Detected 50 copies of high-grade D-rank martial skill, 100 Calamities Saber. Do you want to learn it? I found a relatively safe spot and started learning, just like usual. Countless scenes flashed through my mind quickly. This time, I was in an ancient high martial arts world. My dad was the only blacksmith in the village. All the kids in the village had spirit roots for cultivation. Those with top-grade spirit roots were taken as disciples by powerful immortals. I had a low-grade spirit root, so I wasn't picked. One day, Dad asked if I wanted to learn saber skills from him. While I stared at him confused, Dad pulled a box out from under the bed. Inside the box was a pure white broad saber. Dad gripped the saber tightly and started swinging it. With a single wave of his hand, billions of saber lights appeared out of nowhere. Strong winds howled all around. I was completely stunned by what I saw. Starting from that day, I started learning saber skills from my dad. I kept learning for 10 whole years. I grew from a little kid into a young man. One day, Dad left a letter and disappeared. Seasons came and went. Who knows how many years passed in the blink of an eye. All I did those years was forge iron and practice saber skills, until I hit a bottleneck in my cultivation. I couldn't break through to the Tao realm, so I closed down the blacksmith shop and started traveling around the country. Days passed by one after another. I turned into a frail old man. I wandered around for half my life, but I never managed to form my own Tao. I was unwilling to accept it, but there was nothing I could do for the rest of my life. Then one day, out of nowhere, for thousands of miles around, dark clouds covered the sky. Thunder rumbled nonstop. A powerful ancient cultivator was going through the heavenly tribulation to ascend. Looking at the lightning that pierced through the sky and earth, I suddenly had an epiphany. I waved my hand casually. The 100-pound-long saber floated up in the air. The surrounding space was shattered by the saber wind. The saber has reached the transcendent realm. It draws on the power of heaven and earth. 2.5 hours later, I woke up from the shock. The saber reaches the transcendent realm, draws on the power of heaven and earth. I gripped my alloy combat saber tightly, twirled it in a fancy flourish. The air around me froze instantly. It felt like the whole sky was going to come crashing down. On the system panel, right after the entry for Calamity Blade, the 4 words Power of Heaven and Earth appeared. After I took a short break, I went outside the building. Right then, a level 8 feral beast came into view, the Howling Moon. Golden Wolf charged out with heavy steps. The second it spotted me, the Howling Moon, Golden Wolf's huge body, lunged right at me at full speed. I gripped the blade a little tighter and swung the combat knife gently. With the boost from the power of heaven and earth, the enormous force instantly smashed the Howling Moon Golden Wolf into a meat patty. Killed level 8 feral beast. Howling Moon Golden Wolf. Chi and Blood Blah 100. Liu Wencheng, who was watching, had his eyes wide open. Just now when Chen Fan swung that blade down, his mental power clearly detected an extremely powerful energy wave. Its power was as vast as the starry sky, as magnificent as the heavens and earth. Liu Wencheng gasped sharply. He knew Shui Zhigang had given the Calamity Blade to Chen Fan. Legend says that if you master the Calamity Blade to its peak, you can wield the power of heaven and earth. No one in the Alliance's history has ever pulled that off. If the Calamity Blade can have this much power, there's no way it's just a D-class martial skill. Overwhelmed with excitement, he immediately dialed a phone number. Old Shui, is the Calamity Blade hard to master? Hearing his friend's anxious tone, Shui Zhigang pushed down his confusion and answered slowly. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah, it's hard. I've studied it for years and still haven't gotten the hang of it. And I'm even a Blade Awokener, for crying out loud. If you master the Calamity Blade to its limit, can you wield the power of heaven and earth? Probably, I guess. Wait, old Liu? What's up with you? Why are you suddenly so interested in the Calamity Blade? Thinking of switching to blade cultivation? Chen Fan probably mastered the Calamity Blade. With just one swing, he summoned the power of heaven and earth. Right now I was on a killing spree. With the boost from the Calamity Blade now, even level 8 feral beasts aren't a challenge at all. In just one morning, my chi and blood increased by 20,000 points. My points also went from first place among 6-star warriors, past the first place of 7-star warriors. Meanwhile, in Xiaojian's military tent, he was ordering his men to test my chi and blood tomorrow. After the soldier saluted, he left the tent. My massive jump in points shocked the entire society. Even the top military brass were alarmed. To make sure the data was accurate, they arranged for a retest of my chi and blood levels. The night passed quickly. All the feral beasts went crazy, running around all the streets and alleys. They kept searching for traces of human warriors. The feral beasts started taking control of this warrior trial. After I woke up early in the morning, I checked the leaderboard as usual. The number of eliminated people was now over 70,000. Most of them were 6-star warriors. The number of 9-star eliminated reached over 200. Right now, the monsters don't fight alone anymore. They summon other monsters and fight in groups. A level 8 feral falcon flying in the sky, screeched the second it spotted me. The level 6 and 7 feral beasts below got the order and started gathering around, charging towards me to attack. The falcon dove down from the sky to attack me, who was surrounded by the beast horde. I used the floating light skill and kept moving between the buildings. The alloy combat knife in my hand killed one feral beast every time I struck. With the protection of the Vajra body and my combat suit, those level 6 and 7 feral beasts couldn't hurt me at all. Right when I was fighting the feral beasts, a deafening, earth-shaking roar came from a distant building. I took a closer look. A level 9 feral beast, the mystic armored rock turtle, was rushing straight at me. Seeing that, I didn't hesitate and sliced off the head of the level 8 feral beast next to me. Then I quickly turned around and ran away as fast as I could. The huge dark horde of beasts was right behind me. At the same time, I wasn't the only one being chased. Scenes like this were happening all over Area 062. A 9-star warrior was fighting feral beasts when suddenly, the sky above his head turned from white to black. A 100-meter-long winged snake hovered above him. With no other option, he immediately pressed the button on his glasses. After running for 2.5 minutes, I finally shook off the beast horde. Right when I was hiding in a building, gasping for air and resting, a soldier in combat suit suddenly appeared. "Hello, Chen Fan. I'm here to retest your chi and blood. Please cooperate." I nodded and took the test. After the test, the soldier rushed back to report. For the rest of the day, I kept killing feral beasts, then getting chased by them in turn. If we keep fighting them, the entire Area 0612 has already entered hell mode. In the camp on the other side, a soldier is reporting updates. "Colonel, per your instructions," I rechecked Chen Fan's vitality. Chen Fan's current vitality is 153,050. 7-star martial artist. Listening to the subordinate's report, Xiaojian was totally confused. Before Chen Fan joined the competition, he had checked the records. His vitality was only 51,050 back then. Now it's gone up by a full 100,000. He took a deep breath. Xiaojian ordered his men to send the news back to the base city. The day passed quickly. There were over 60,000 level 6 martial artists at first. Now only a little over 100 are left. Total eliminations have reached 100,000. My score right now is 3,800 points. The top 8-star martial artist has 6,700 points. The 9-star top scorer has 14,000 points. I'm 23,000 vitality short of hitting 200,000 to reach 8-star martial artist level. Meanwhile, in the Jiangnan base city, inside Icon Community, a residential apartment door was opened. The couple, Chen Jian and Miao Quilian, dragged their exhausted bodies home from work. "Chen, I've suffered so much marrying you in this life. Back when I was young, I was so pretty. How come no martial artist wanted me? The reason I agreed to marry you back then was because you had a martial artist brother. Who knew your brother would die so young? Both martial artists died all of a sudden and left a burden for us to take care of. You two were born to the same parents. How come you're not a martial artist?" "Okay, honey, stop thinking about that stuff. I'm not a martial artist. But our son can be. He's just started 12th grade. His vitality's already hit 78. As long as we supply enough vitality pills for next year's martial arts exam, he'll definitely get into a good school." "We haven't bought next month's vitality pills yet." "There's barely any of the couple's pension left. We need to figure out a solution early. That little brat Chen Fan has an apartment under his name, right? Even if it's a tube-shaped apartment, it can still sell for over 100,000 at least. Call him right now. Tell him we're selling that apartment." "Honey, that's not a good idea. We already used up all his parents' pension. To raise and train our son, he even had to drop out of school. Now we're even taking his only apartment. Won't that push Xiao Fan to death?" Miao Quilian got mad instantly when she heard that. She kept nagging at Chen Jian, pointing at him. "Chen, what kind of nonsense is that? Becoming a martial artist brings honor to the ancestors. Bringing honor to your old Chen family is only my son's responsibility. Let me tell you, I raised their son for them. That pension is what I deserve. And don't say I'm being heartless as his aunt. I'll spend $200 to rent him a basement then. He's been working odd jobs at the labor market for half a year. He must be used to living a low-class life already." To calm his wife down, Chen Jin took out his phone and called Chen Fan. But the call said the subscriber is out of service area. Just when the two were confused, Miao Quilian's son called them. "Mom, did you guys hear the news? Chen Fan is already a martial artist, and he even joined the ongoing Elite Martial Artist competition. Go check it online right now. It's all over the internet now." Info about the elite martial artist competition. Chen Fan's even first on the 7-star martial artist leaderboard. Gotta go now. Teacher's coming. I have to get back to class. After hanging up the phone, the couple immediately turned on the computer to search. Chen Fan was indeed ranked first among 7-star martial artists. Chen Jian was completely shocked by what he saw, but Miao Kilian was absolutely furious. How dare you, Chen Fan? You're already a martial artist, and you've been hiding it this whole time. Martial artists make so much money. One ferocious beast sells for tens of thousands. Did you forget you have a biological uncle? We even raised him for a while before... What an ungrateful brat. Honey, maybe it's because we went too far making him drop out. He holds a grudge against us. I just wanted to focus resources on one kid. If we trained two, neither would probably become a martial artist in the end. Besides, he became a martial artist even earlier than our son, right? Chen Fan being able to become a martial artist might even be partly thanks to me. When he comes back in a couple days, you go talk to him. You're Chen Fan's only biological uncle. He'll be our family's cash cow from now on. He's such a powerful warrior. Even the scraps he throws our way will be worth millions. And on top of that, our son's cultivation resources have to be covered by him too. Only the best ones will do. If he agrees, we're still one big family. If he doesn't, I'll go make a huge scene. Short videos are super popular these days. I'll expose that ungrateful brat to the whole world. At the same time, over in Area 062, I didn't stop fighting the fierce beasts at all. I've wiped out all the nearby fierce beast hordes. Just when I was about to take a break, a green dot on the map kept moving closer towards me, and roars of fierce beasts came from the ground ahead in waves. Clearly that person was herding the fierce beast towards me. Judging by how the sound travels, the horde is really huge in size. After fighting for days, I knew exactly what was going on. He was diverting the disaster to me, using me as a human shield. Calculating by the green dot speed, he's a 9-star warrior. He's about 4 minutes away from my position. Once I figured it out, I started preparing a surprise for him. I immediately gathered all the fierce beasts around. In just 2.5 minutes, a huge army of fierce beasts was assembled. At the same time, that 9-star warrior also rushed over. The guy who came is called Chao Pengfei. He ranks around 100 in the 9-star points leaderboard. In a situation like this, only those who survive can get the competition rewards. He had bad luck today. Got chased by a huge horde of fierce beasts. He ran for his life as fast as he could. Couldn't shake off the horde for half a day. Just when he was about to give up, he spotted a fellow participant on the map. That's how this kill with a borrowed knife scheme started. But what he never expected was Chen Fan was also running towards him with a ton of fierce beasts. Panicked, Chao Pengfei immediately pressed the button on his glasses and said 3 words out loud at the same time. Looking at his vicious expression, I silently noted down his information in my head. At the same time, I picked up my pace, my speed skill. Floating light glancing shadow activated instantly. I got rid of the horde's attack. 10 or so minutes later, I fought while running away, and my vital energy successfully broke through 200,000, and I became an 8-star warrior. Just when I was overjoyed, the earlier level 9 fierce beast, black armor spirit, rock tortoise, lunged towards me to attack. Its heavy foot slammed down hard towards me. But what shocked the black armor spirit rock tortoise was, I twisted the blade of my knife. A burst of saber ki directly sent the black armor spirit rock tortoise flying dozens of meters. My alloy saber paired with the overlapping wave. Saber and 100 tribulations. Saber's heaven and earth power in the blink of an eye. I slashed dozens of times on the black armor spirit rock tortoise's shell. The black armor spirit rock tortoise was like a pile driver, slammed into the ground as a crisp cracking sound rang out. The black armor spirit rock tortoise was directly killed by my alloy saber. Killed level 9, fierce beast black armor spirit rock tortoise. Vital energy plus 150. After killing the black armor spirit rock tortoise, I found a place to rest. My points right now are at 5,900. The highest points for 8-star warriors is 8,100. The highest points for 9-star warriors is 17,630. Time passed really fast. 3 days went by in a flash. Only 976 participants are left in the competition. All 8-star warriors have been eliminated now. All the remaining ones are 9-star. Plus 1 7-star warrior. Inside the 6th Legion's camp, Xiaojin was telling his subordinates to keep testing Chen Fan's vital energy. Xiaojin was really confused. It's only been 3 days, Chen Fan's points are rising way too fast. He's already rushed to 3rd place among 8-star warriors now. What kind of awakener is he even? Just when Xiao Jian was confused, I was having a way better time on my end. After days of fighting, my vital energy has reached 296,700. I'm about to break through to 9-star warrior soon. After resting for a bit, I was going to head out to get more points, but a soldier found my location as usual and asked me to measure my vital energy with a smile, but I waved my hand to stop him. Can you wait a few minutes for me first? The soldier nodded in agreement. Then I grabbed my knife and charged towards the horde up ahead. 2.5 minutes later, I ran back quickly. Then I held out my arm for the soldier to measure. The soldier took out the vital energy measuring device, scanned my arm. My vital energy was exactly at 300,020. Right then, I was now at the 9-star warrior stage. The soldier's eyes went wide with shock at this crazy sight. After measuring the vital energy, the soldier was like a deflated eggplant as he left. He went back to the camp and rushed to report the news in a fluster. After finding out Chen Fan is a 9-star warrior, Xiao Jian was shocked by me again. Hurry, send the data back to the base room. Chen Fan is absolutely defying all odds. That's insanely impressive. Before long, the authorities who got the news updated the data right away. People who've been following Chen Fan's ranking couldn't find him among 7 or 8-star martial artists at all.